Hello, I'm Teacher Robin. Welcome to another live streaming class. Welcome to my living room again. As you know, we are still in confinement, although where I live in Barcelona, Spain, we are starting the deconfinement process, which means that some people can start going outside to exercise and some people can start going back to work. But at ABBA, as we're able to easily work from home, we're going to continue doing that for a little while longer. As you can see, I'm wearing short sleeves because it's actually very hot today. It's spring, it's only the 5th of May, but we're having a bit of a heat wave here and it's very hot. So that's why I look more summery today, because it's warm. So today I want to talk about a topic that is still relevant as we are experiencing the coronavirus. I want to talk about vocabulary to help you understand the news. So maybe currently you watch the news in your own language, in your native language, and I want to give you some vocabulary for the news in general and also some related specifically to the COVID-19 so that you can start watching the news and reading the newspaper in English and hopefully understanding a little bit more. So let's get started with some general vocabulary for understanding the news. Remember, you can always write in the comments at any time during the class if you have a question. So I just wanted to remind you that. So some general vocabulary for the news. Okay, first we have a journalist. So this is the person who actually researches and writes the news story, and maybe then it's printed in the paper, or they present the news story on TV, on the news. The next vocabulary word I have is headlines. So when you look at a newspaper on the front page, the big stories that you see that are in big print, very easy to recognize, are the headlines. So those are like the top stories. And then we have the word coverage. So coverage is the reporting of an event. So specifically today, we're going to talk about the coverage that COVID-19, that coronavirus has been getting over the past couple of months. So let's start with some vocabulary related specifically to COVID-19 that you might have seen on the news. So the first word is outbreak. This is when something starts suddenly, like a disease. So we can say that the COVID-19 outbreak started in China originally, and then it spread all over the world. So that's when it becomes a pandemic. A pandemic means that something affects almost all areas. So in this case, with COVID-19, it is a pandemic because it is actually worldwide. Almost all areas of the world are affected by this virus. Another word that you might recognize is lockdown. So many of us are in lockdown or have been in lockdown over the past couple of months. This means that you are not allowed to enter or leave a specific area. So in this case, with the COVID-19, we've been in lockdown in our homes. So we haven't been able to leave our homes except for special situations like going to the supermarket or walking your dog, etc. And the point of this lockdown is to flatten the curve. So to flatten the curve, okay, so if you have a curve, it starts going up. This is the number of cases of people infected with coronavirus. And to flatten the curve means that it starts going down again. So we reduce the number of cases of people affected, of people infected by the coronavirus. And we do this by being in lockdown or staying at home. Another word that's important to know is prevention. So there are many ways that you can prevent or stop something from happening. So if we're talking about prevention of the coronavirus, you can think about something like wearing a mask. People wear masks. People stay at home to prevent getting sick. People try to stay healthy, so you live a healthy lifestyle, so you are not prone, you don't have a tendency to get sick, things like that. So there are many prevention methods or techniques that you can take to avoid getting sick. So once you've actually had the virus, if you've been unfortunate enough to get it, you actually end up having immunity, which means that you are protected from getting sick. So when we are children and we're vaccinated, this gives us immunity to illnesses that used to be widespread in the past, things like measles or the chicken pox. There are now vaccines to give us immunity to these diseases. So also, if you've had the illness, then your body is immune or protected from getting it again. Okay, and the last word that I have for you related to COVID-19 is antibodies. So this is a protein that is created in the blood to help attack harmful bacteria. So when we have immunity, it means that our bodies have built up these antibodies to fight disease. So I've just given you 10 vocabulary words related to the news in general and also understanding the COVID-19 crisis. So I hope this has been useful for you, and I hope that now you can take the opportunity to watch the news in English or even listen to the news. You can listen to a news radio. You can go online and watch the news, BBC or US News. You can listen to our news roundups every Friday on ABBA English if you follow us on the app. So there are many ways that you can listen to and understand the news in English, and I hope that this vocabulary has helped you to be able to do that. So I encourage you to read, listen, take in the news in English and improve in that way. That's one of the great ways to practice your English. And I now want you to write in the comments, I want you to tell me what is the situation where you are. I know it's different in different countries. Some are a little bit further behind than others as far as the outbreak, the pandemic. So I want you to tell me what the situation is. And if you can use some of this vocabulary that you've just learned, then that's great. So tell me, what are you seeing on your local news? What are they telling you? What is the latest? So what is happening right now? So tell me in the comments. And as you're doing that, I just want to remind you, if you study with us at ABBA, you have so many different kinds of material opportunities to practice your English. So you can continue following these classes, my classes, weekly, and on ABBA Live you have many opportunities to practice your English. You can do speaking classes, you can read news stories, you can read articles, and you can follow our course as well, which goes from beginners to advanced to business level. So no matter what level you have, you can practice with us, you can follow the course, you can follow Live English, you can follow us on our social media networks, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So I hope that you're checking all of those out. And if you are still at home because of COVID-19, I hope that you are making the best of this time to improve your English. So tell us in the comments what's happening, where you are, use the vocabulary that you just learned, and I hope that you're all doing well. Take care. Hopefully we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, which means that hopefully something good is going to come and we're going to be able to go back to normal or something like normal life very soon. So take care, all of you, and I will see you back here next week. Bye.